Now, as far as the IIM Jammu is concerned, I have no hesitation to say that it was possible because of the direct and personal intervention of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And now that we complete 5 years, I also remember the day and recall the day when I had accompanied the then HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar ji to Jammu on the occasion of the launching of this institute. 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, is not a long span of life in the age of an institution. In fact, not even a century, because when the history of an institution is written, 5 years or even 25 or 50 years hardly occupy even the footnote of a chapter. It's only in the case of human beings that when you are 50, 60, 70 something within, you start saying that the time might be running out. But that is the time actually when an institution begins to come of age and come to grow. And therefore, I must put on record my appreciation of Professor Sahai and his team for having made a mark in a period which is not even infancy, it is rather pre-infancy period. And if you go by the medical terminology, it's hardly gestational period. So 5 years is a very small period of time. If you've made a mark, that itself speaks volumes about the diligence, the perseverance, the consistency, the hard work that might have been put in by the faculty headed by Professor Sahai, because I myself, having been teacher for more than a quarter of a century, can understand how tedious it is to build up an institution and in a brief span of time also bring it to the level of being recognized in the right quarters. Considered view and observation is that entire country today, there is a demographic change as far as the profile of the students in the higher institutes of education are concerned. Whether it's region-wise, whether it is gender-wise or otherwise. And so also has been reflected in IIM Jammu. Since I'm also looking after the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, Labasana, in Mussoorie, so I can say this with a certain amount of evidence. There was a time when hardly you had women candidates in the Indian civil services. Now, as was being mentioned, in case of IIM Jammu as well, we have had women toppers for 3 consecutive years. We had Ira Saigal, then we had Tina Dabi, and then we had Nandini, and only in the 4th year, a boy from Hyderabad topped, and I said, you've broken the... I think from that point of view, IIM Jammu has happened at the right time, when there's increasing awareness, also aspirational urge among the youth to seek academics and to also be competitive, and it is therefore given to the policy plannings and the academicians to provide a level playing field and easy accessibility, which is also being served with the opening of IIM in one of the most peripheral and the northernmost territories of India. It's also because of the high prioritization given to Jammu and Kashmir, and so also to Ladakh and Northeast by Prime Minister Modi ever since he took over on the 26th of May 2014, that I have all the confidence at my command to say that Jammu today is emerging as a pioneering education hub in North India. And also the strategic relevance of this is that you are catering not only to the territory where you are located, you are also catering to the neighboring states of Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and since you have an open method of admissions, you cater to a wider area which students might prefer in the process of counseling. And as I said, when you have a versatile education hub, it also gives a wider exposure to the student community from different streams. Jammu today has IIM, It has IIT, as Professor Sahai was saying, they're going to engage in an MOU. It has an Indian Institute of Mass Communication. It has aims, not one but two. Now, we don't realize the importance of it often because we have somehow managed to have it.